Welcome back to Sin's Arcade. I'm the Lord of Sin. This is Star Traders Frontiers on PC, and we're continuing our Season 5 Explorers season. So thank you guys all for showing up. It is currently 2:13:46 after the Exodus, when we are in the Serpent's Arm, where we're not very liked by Syndicate Rykart. Obviously, we just had to go through a lot of stuff. A bunch of our ship is broken. Our crew members are dangerously low health and morale. We are lacking pilots. We're lacking personnel. We have empty beds aboard. We have to upgrade and train a bunch of people. It's pretty hectic from the last episode. And I know I've been gone for a while, but I thank you guys all for your continued patience. We're at Zircon Gamma, and waiting to zoom in. I apologize that I did all this recording the first time. It didn't take, so I have to do it all as I'm watching the playback, so to speak. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go over here first and try to heal up the ship. That's what we ended up doing. So we're going to do all for here and spice up whatever we can because of the low morale issues that we're dealing with. Now, I've got some cargo that I'm going to be selling as well, but as you can see, we still have a bunch of issues that are going on. We're going to go ahead and heal through the rest of these people pretty fast. And so it's good to take a look at the jobs and the skills that you've got. So she's currently a level 5 scientist, and I have 10 blades and 5 stealth. So I figured the next step was going to be to lean in on that additional blades and stealth locked in place skill bonuses. And it actually kind of works out that Assassin is perfect for that. So we take Assassin for the captain, and we continue on after I realized that I did not set the filter. So we're going to go back up and filter that back out. Filter is going to help you kind of limit down, especially when you have a bunch of people you need to upgrade all at once. There are a couple of additional tips and tricks that I show later on in this episode. But I thank you guys all for your continued patience. Thank you guys for watching the videos. And I apologize that this is not as much of a narrative trip as I wanted. Trust me, I'm a doctor. He's leveled up now. We've got Hunter Amos, who is our wonderful QM, quartermaster. And I think that I just kind of continue on with level 6 with him. Yeah, going to level 7. Sander Bloodbane. And I think I go for... probably going to end up doubling and tripling down on skill saves, and I'm going to then respec later on. The biggest reason why is we have been just getting some really bad luck, and it's probably better off if we utilize the skill saves, but this is not a bad option to be able to utilize for salvage and orbital too, because a part of exploration is also salvaging. And you can kind of double dip a little bit, especially on planets that have wild zones for exploration on the ground, as well as nearby salvage locations, because salvagers are also explorers and doctors, so it works out. And now I'm just going through and helping Dahlia de Zorga's talents. Dahlia, I apologize for mingling your last name there. So Dahlia is going to take Twitch Surge, is it? No, it's Sure Landfall. And now that's everybody completed out. We're going to take the filter back off, go back out. Now the next step that we're going to do is try to leave so that we can... I didn't grab any people at this planet, and I probably should have, but we'll come back around to that. And I noticed that I'm in a not-so-friendly area, and there is no place whatsoever to heal in this quadrant. So I have to go to a different quadrant, forget which buttons are which. Yeah, it's been a while since I played Star Traders Frontiers on PC. I apologize. It happens. It happens to the best of us. So I look around, finally remembering what it is, and then I forget the button placement again. Then I realize I have to leave the quadrant, so I go over to the galactic map, go find the closest friendly, which is the Kadar and Nadella cluster. And we have 2 contacts who are living there, so I pick Cerebus Falls because it's the first place I see that actually has place for me to heal and that I've already been to, so we go ahead and we head out for the journey. As we jump, it's a safe jump, used 13 fuel, took 5 days to jump, so it wasn't too bad. I find New Louisiana in front. We started headed out to us and run across a smuggler. Smuggler is good, we're cool, we're all good, everybody shake hands, we're all good, it's happy. here, I decide to take a look. I think, yeah, I want to see what I have that I can sell. So we land, we heal everything and everybody up. We try to get everybody back to a baseline as much as we possibly can. And I should have been paying closer attention to the ship's captain's log, but did not do that this early. I will eventually. It's a lot of things you have to remember, especially if you've been playing a while. And even for me, with the many dozens and dozens and hundreds of hours that I have in Star Traders Frontiers, even when I take a break, I kind of forget, right? Some of the things that you have to keep up on. So now I pick up a level 1 gunner. Realize my gunnery is a little bit too high, but it's because my morale is horrible and I'm not seeing that at the very top. But we will eventually come back around to that. I noticed the crew's low and the ship's ops is low. So I think that I take a mechanic. Oh, took a pistolier. Took a mechanic. So that helps us out a little bit, but I will remember our number now, we're healed up on morale. Everybody's good to go. As of right now. There's another pistolier just to round things out, one more swordsman, and a bunch of people we're going to have to train. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys have thought about this current season. What should I be focusing on? I'm still following the guide somewhat, but just going back through and trying to keep us as clean and narrow as possible. So I go back through. Should I be showing off what I'm speccing each of these people to, or should I just skip through that or speed through it? You know, just speed it up and just make it a 2 or 4 times speed and just don't talk over it. Just go ahead and pick them. You guys let me know down in the bottom in the comments below. As far as the narrative approach, I'm going to have to launch a whole new season, and I'm not entirely sure that it's going to be Star Traders Frontiers that I'll do that with. I think, honestly, my better bet, especially if I'm going to cover that, a narrative approach for a Tracy Brothers game, it's going to be most likely Cyber Knight's Flashpoint, which is a video that's coming down the line here in a couple of days. I thank you guys for your patience while I get back up to speed and try to be better than I've been before in the past, and just get out of the funk that I have been over the holiday, which was tough. I hope you guys have a happy new year. Thank you so much for your support, and more importantly, your patience. The channel did have a little bit of a drop off, but it's my own fault because I took too long of a break. And now I'm back, and we're good, and we're moving forward. That's what we got to do. It's progress, right? Progress. We check out the stash, make sure we see what we've got here. Not much that we can do with the electronic components. Everything's illegal in this area. So I think I drop off some of the stuff that I've got with me because I already have a bunch here. So I drop off the plants, the clothing, and the advanced electronics. Even though I could sell them, I mean, honestly, it's better to not carry around any goods unless you honestly feel that you're going to run across a pirate and you just want to get rid of them that way. But technically, you can run around without having any cargo, and pirates will stop you, and they will want the cargo hold, and you can say, yeah, go check out the empty cargo hold. Even if they take it, or even the ones that you're getting here, even if they take it, then that's something you have to be worried about. If it's not very expensive items, sure, take them, whatever, I don't care. Especially when you're doing exploring and you're finding a lot of these additional commodities and goods that are out inside the exploration zones, and you stash them. As long as you have those bonuses there, that's extra money that you can go back. Those are piggy banks, right? That's the way I kind of always look at them, especially because the Tracy Brothers never introduced any of the the cash delays over time, or it can be stolen by pirates or anything else like that. Now, this is me looking through, try to figure out what I can possibly sell with what I've got, because might as well. So we've got a little bit of it there. I think I take the clothing. Do I take the clothing? No, it's electronics. Oh, I'm going to be checking out trade law. So I'm going to be looking for the trade law on that, and go forward from there. So I'm looking around. I decided to pick up the refined spice because I know that it's going to fetch a decent amount of money, and I just need to find a good place to sell it. So now I'm just looking around and trying to look at the areas that I've already established. I've already been to, and I pretty much picked there because I know that I can get through with the way that it's set up with the legality. So I go ahead and check out La Rosa Cove first, and then I go ahead and land. Now, Ksenia Everton, our court scientist, is here, so I can sell the spice. Granted, it's an F tier, but it's still something we didn't have to pay for. We just found it, so why not go ahead and get rid of it? We head back out, and then we go over and talk to Ksenia. So we're gonna look through her stats here really quickly. She hates Alta Mesa, is vindictive, is a faction hardliner, and unforgiving. Supports Kadar, Syndicate Wing Vet, Sage, a Syndicate Smuggler, a Malcolm New Naval Recruiter, a Syndicate Ride-Chart Smuggler, a Syndicate Ride-Chart Spy Runner, opposes the clan Malcolm New and Syndicate. But the funny part is, she's supported by a clan Alta Mesa Court Assassin, even though she hates Alta Mesa. It's kind of ironic, kind of funny. I don't know, I like it. It makes her interesting at the very least, and she does have very pretty eyes. But we go ahead and check out what we can do. We can't promote rank with her, and we can't upgrade our trade permit. But what we can do is we can get the bounty hunter, the first edict level, and then we take a look at what she has to offer for missions. We're gonna go ahead and try to do one mission this episode. So thank you guys so much for your patience in that. This one we're not going to take because of how many jumps, and I don't think that it's worth the 10 jumps is worth 126,500 credits. I don't believe it. I don't buy it, at least not at this early for us. We are not leveled up to do 4 back-to-back exploration sites just simply because our people are not ranked up enough. And that would be trial by fire too much. We'd probably end the run. So I decided not to do that. And then we come back out and we take a look at base life support here. And this is a very simple one about getting 9 water purifiers. And this is actually where it's going to be kind of fun. Industrial, orbital, and high-tech tradeway zones are places you can find them. So we're going to go ahead and here, we can actually buy them right from here. So we go ahead, we take the deal, accept it. And what I could have done is I could have bought those purifiers first, and I didn't. But I come back and I buy them now. Now, what I didn't realize was that it was in a couple of places. So I take 15, just so that I have more than enough, right? And I should have stuck with that. I honestly should just bought the whole thing, because I knew that I could have probably gotten rid of them later on. But then the thing is to head out to where we're going to go. We come over here and explore. We do some explorations for a bit. So we get a good, nice intel find. We use our vigilant search to get rid of and remove the Xeno, and we get a remote scene with 37 units of hydrogen fuel. That really helps us out a little bit to be able to have additional piggy bank stuff. We spin another one off, and we get a contact, soliloquy to call a Kadar Syndicate smuggler princess. So that's something we can do. Now, Hunter Amos is a very excitable person, because Hunter Amos, our quartermaster, that man gets morale for every single thing with that adventurous trait. I kid you not. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. He's still going to come back, and he's still excited by it. So we get a little bit of a cyclone we hit, and it does a little bit of damage, but Hunter Amos is excited about it. So we get off, and we get lucky. We get an artifact discovery on this, and that kind of worked out, I thought. So we're going to just bank that as well. Get some raw resources with some more edible plants we're not going to take advantage of. Try to get that wild revelation, and boom, we get it. So we get a spiritual awakening, shakes the crew to the core with 1,235 experience gained across 19 crew members. If we needed any kind of a boon, this was it, and it actually helped out. It only took us 4 days to get that, and it's a massive ability for us to move forward. And hey, that was a good windfall. So we've got these here, but we're not going to actually take them because we've already got the water purifiers and we're on a mission. We go over to the mission tab, and then we waypoint out and navigate so that we can head off onto the mission itself. So as we jump, we then struck, and we get a failed hyperwarp navigation test. It taken us 3 additional weeks, 5 days, and cost 1 fuel cost, but suffered 20% damage to ship components. Just out of the blue. We failed that roll, and it was not happy, not pretty. So one crew member has low health, 2 empty bunks. And that's when I realized I didn't even look at the captain's log. Let's go look at that. And then I scroll down and show all the people who died. The gunner, swordsman, mechanic, level 6 gunner, E-Tech, gunner, navigator, pistolier. I'm just a bunch of people who passed. And the new people that quit the crew immediately after we made ground after that combat. So we lost 2 pilots and 2 navigators as well. And I don't think that I actually fulfilled that role 100% in there to get all those people back up and running. So that's part of the reason why through that navigators, if you look over at the stats now, yeah, we're limping a little bit, right? It's because I've been away and haven't been playing for a while, and that's the kind of thing you got. Oh, so this Thaloon military officer wants to fight. Now, here's the cool thing about the trade permit. So I submit to inspection, but because we're protected by the trade permit level, they cannot take our carried cargo. They can't confiscate it. It's ours. So we can continue on with our mission, and they can't do anything about it. Take that, Thaloon. Always get your trade permits. Always pay attention to your trade permits. We continue navigating on in the far fallen rim as we actually reach our mining destination, the mining location of Rins, and we hit the Rins mining camp. Everybody's been here. We sell all that off. We go and level everybody up. And again, let me know if you guys want me to speed through these or just skip them entirely in the comments down below. It'd be helpful. I know some people like to see what the builds are made up of, and some people could care less. I mean, I could probably start putting together a document for each of them, but it's something that I'm going to have to consider doing in the long run. Putting that all together, because that's something I haven't done before, and it would take a lot of edits, because obviously people are going to pass away, especially on a hard run like we're running here. So Alf actually has a new talent, so we grab that, but he also has a level up for a job, and we go ahead and just grab a level 2 in Explorer, because we need that for exploration experience and pool. We go to E-Tech here, currently level 5, and we look here. She can't take another job for some reason. I get confused. So we come over and grab Hotwire, which again, like I mentioned, we're going to grab all of the skill saving and just kind of triple and double down on those now, just because it's going to be beneficial. I think with this one, I decided to go for Cedric, and I grab Field Distortion Survey instead. Okay, and then I think that's everybody there, right? Is that it? Yeah, that's everybody out. So we drop the filter, come back out. The crew's looking pretty good. I'm glad I set we go to base life support, we stash the water purifiers. So we stashed 9 of them here, right? We go, oh, okay, what's the waypoint? So we go back out. Now, bear in mind, I only have 6. I'm like, huh, so I'll just sell all these. Yeah, that'll work. I'll just do that. I didn't need them. But I noticed it said I still needed 7 more at the next location. Make this jump with no problem, because Kashaya Dekal helped us out on that one. I don't even hurt that much, honestly. It says, trust me, I'm a doctor. Now we just hit a big storm, 3 ship op failures, almost back to back. And that did not help at all. That hurt quite a bit. So we go over here, heal everybody up, spice up the people we can, and it's still not enough. We come over, get ready to do our base life support, realize, oh, that's the 7 water purifiers we're missing. Let's go back. So I'm like, oh no. But then I just take a look. I know I'm in a different area. It's an industrial area. Look to where I'm at. And looking around, even though I'm not paying attention to where I'm at first, but I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm at an industrial area. Come on, Sin, keep up. I know I'm kind of doing this. Or orbital station. I wonder if they have any. Oh, they do. What do you know? Of course they would. So we grab the 7 we need. Kind of worked out on our behalf in that respect. Hit base life support. And we complete the mission. Now we've just got to deal with the hemorrhaging issues we've got above. We need 4 more crew now, because we only needed 2 before. We lost more people. And that's partly why we're dealing with a lack of proper piloting and a lack of proper navigation. So, come over and look and see if I find a level 6 electronics tech and level 3 pistolier have just quit. And trust me, I'm a doctor, is jaded now. I mean, I don't know why. He's the one who suggested make Cedar great again for the ship name. Honestly, come on, Hunter. What did you expect was going to go on there? So we grab another level 1 E-Tech and a level 2 Pistolier. And then we upgrade Sabrina here. Such an interesting name to spell, Sabrina. I like it. And what do we grab? We grab storm shielding there, just so we don't have to worry about ship ops issues. Grab Gabby, and we upgrade her with pinning shot, I believe. Oh no, raining steel. Sorry. Now we don't necessarily need them because I'm looking at those ship stats and seeing the issues of morale itself too. That's why everybody's down low. So I grab an additional person when I don't really need them, just because I feel like I'm below, and I'm sure that I've done this multiple times myself, and I know other players have too. It happens. Other captains, you guys have all made that mistake. So it happens. You gotta roll with the punches. It's one of the things about learning and learning from your own mistakes and picking yourself back up when you've been gone for a while too, right? We're all in this together, and we grab sharp steering. No, we don't. We grab expert maneuver after all. Atif gets expert maneuver as well. Although she's not going to be around on the crew for much longer because I'm getting ready to get rid of her. And I'm kind of prefacing it. I remember a lot of doing this recording yesterday. So, and again, I apologize sincerely for not checking the level of my equipment beforehand and doing the adequate tests, especially when you've been gone for a while. You get out of that motion, so it happens. I'm sorry. So we are still here at Luma, and we are still dealing with. So I decided let's take some patrol because it might actually be helpful. We don't have anything to loot, so go ahead and take it. This is as I was talking about before. We spin off the ship danger here, the level 5 ship danger, get another crew danger, get some experience. The crew is mutinous, and we cannot continue this orbital op. So they don't even want to continue patrolling. They're that low morale, they're that grumpy. And I don't blame them, I don't. So now what we have to do, we fly over to Ash, run into a Malcolm New merchant, but we can easily retreat from them. Is so that I just need to go spice up. That's really what it comes down to. I've got to go spice up. We go to the orbital station first. What we can't do, I mean, there's not much that we can do. They don't have a whole lot of spice here. But Orzu Fife does actually have some. And that clears a bunch of things out. And now that everybody's back to baseline, morale is high, crew's been paid, the ship's in good control, we come back over and we take a look at our stats. And now we can see we're considerably higher in a bunch of these that we didn't need before. I go back and check on the captain's log so that we can take a look through everything else. And pilot is way above line on 171 now. The good sweet spot, again, as I've mentioned before, is between 130 to 150. Anything above 150 and to 200 is just basic buffer. Anything from 200, as long as you're at least 130, you're golden. But I want to thank you for taking the time today to watch this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. More videos are coming down the way. Have a happy and safe one, and don't forget to be awesome.